Hey, what's up everyone? 2022 has just started, so that means it's time for my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year. And before we jump in, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Be sure to leave your most anticipated movies down below in the comments. Just a quick note, there's a lot of movies not on this list I'm sure I'm going to enjoy. These are just the movies that have been advertised, and you have certain expectations going into them. A lot of these are more blockbuster type movies, which aren't necessarily my favorite type of movies, just more so, the movies that you have anticipation for. And then we're going to jump into some honorable mentions real quick. First one's going to be Scream. Scream would be in my top 10, but it comes out this Friday, so I'm not going to put it on the list because it'll pretty much be out by the time this video is up. So Scream is definitely a movie I'm very excited for. Like I said, it would be on the list, but it's coming out so soon, so I didn't want to have it in the top 10. And then Mission Impossible 7. This is a franchise that a lot of people really like. I've never been quite as big on it. I haven't actually seen all the movies, but I am very excited to see this one in theaters. I'm sure it'll be a great experience, and I love action movies and stuff like that. Then Doctor Strange 2. This is the only Marvel movie on my list. I'm very excited for this one, mainly because Sam Raimi is directing it, and he's one of my favorite directors, as well as the trailer looked really good. It looked like there was a lot of exciting ideas they were going for in this film. The little trailer they played at the end of No Way Home. So I am excited for this one. I think it should be a great movie. Then the next movie is going to be Nope. This is the movie directed by Jordan Peele, and that alone should make this movie very interesting. It is a movie I am looking forward to because it just should be, at the very least, it should be an interesting experience. In terms of my hopes of whether or not it's going to be good, I'm not sure, but it should be an interesting experience nonetheless. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And like I have said before, I love horror. And then the last one is going to be Black Adam. This is a movie I'm kind of moderately excited for. I'm a huge fan of DC. You're going to see that on this list. And Black Adam should be an interesting movie that I am pretty excited for. So jumping into the list now, we're at number 10, we're going to have Jackass Forever. This was actually on my list last year when it was supposed to come out last year, but it didn't. So Jackass Forever is back on this list here at number 10. This might be a weird choice for some because this is a kind of weird franchise, but I grew up with this franchise. I've always loved these movies. I find them hilarious, and I'm excited I believe this is coming out next month, so I'm so excited to see this one and just really see all the cast back together for one last movie. I'm sure it's going to be hilarious and just going to be such a fun time at the theaters to watch this film. So I am really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to rewatching all the movies and build up to this one because I really love this franchise. I find them so funny. So I'm just really looking forward to Jackass Forever. Then at number 9 is going to be Aquaman 2. This, like I said, I'm kind of a DC fanboy when it comes to superhero movies. I really look forward to anything DC does. And Aquaman 2 is absolutely the case for Aquaman 2. James Wan's directing. James Wan is one of my favorite directors working today because he always brings us unique style, and I think he always delivers, and he's really good at making blockbuster type movies. And I really liked the first Aquaman for what it was. It wasn't perfect, but it was a really enjoyable adventure type movie that really introduced us into Aquaman's world. I'm excited to see where they go from that and building on what we've seen before. And I'm just very curious to see where they take the story. I really love this world of Atlantis and Aquaman and all that stuff. I really like all that. So this is a movie I'm really looking forward to this year, and it comes in here at number 9. So coming at number 8 is going to be Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, my second most anticipated animated movie of the year. Mainly this one is because I like the first movie and I love Spider-Man, so I'm excited to see what they do with this one. This one seems like it has a lot of interesting ideas. They're dividing it into 2 parts, so we're getting part 1 this year, and then part 1 I believe in 2023. So I'm very excited to see what they do with that, see if they're telling a bigger style story or what they're going to do with splitting this movie up. But mainly the fact is the first movie was so good, and it really was an incredible animation film that was really beautiful to watch. And I expect pretty much the same from this movie. Lots of awesome Spider-Man stuff, lots of fun comic book movie action, and lots of beautiful animation to look at in the theaters. So I'm very excited for this one. This one definitely has some of the highest expectations for me because I really expect it to be up there with the first one in terms of quality, but we'll see. I'm very, very much excited for this one, mainly because of just Spider-Man is my second favorite superhero. Heading into number 7 is going to be Halloween Ends. Like I said, I love the horror genre, and Halloween is probably my favorite horror franchise. I just love Michael Myers and all that kind of stuff, and the vibes really this franchise gives off. And I had fun with Halloween Kills that came out in 2021. It wasn't a perfect movie, but I did have fun with it as a slasher film. In terms of building towards the end, this is supposed to be like the last Halloween movie or something. I'm excited to see what they do with that. I'm excited to see how far they go with things and what actually happens. In terms of I don't have a lot of hope for this movie. I'm not like thinking it's going to be some amazing Halloween film like the 2018 one was. But I am really looking forward to it, and I am like cautiously excited for this one because I think it can be a great movie, and at the very least this should be a fun slasher film that I can at least have fun with. And then it'll be interesting to see where they take the story and what they do with that, in terms of the Halloween legacy and all that kind of stuff, where they take it. I'm very excited to see that, so I am very much looking forward to Halloween Ends, and it should be a very fun movie to watch. I believe it's coming out in October, which should be awesome. So number 6 is going to be Lightyear. This is my most anticipated animated movie of the year. First off, it's just Pixar usually delivers. They have Turning Red coming out, which isn't on the list, but I am also excited for that. But Pixar usually delivers on their films, and they're just, they always find creative ways to evolve and, change what they do and just keep things interesting. And I hope that's the case with Lightyear. And the second reason is being Buzz Lightyear is one of my favorite movie characters ever. I love Toy Story. It's probably my favorite animated franchise, and one of my favorite movie franchises in general. And I really I'm looking forward to getting kind of an origin story with Buzz Lightyear as the astronaut and seeing where they take that. I think that'll be very interesting to see what they do. And and the trailers for this movie looked really awesome. The movie as a whole just looked beautiful and really stretching animation to its limits and seeing how beautiful you can make things look while still keeping it animated. I'm really excited to see that. The trailers just looked gorgeous. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing Buzz Lightyear's origin story and what Pixar thinks that is. I'm really excited about that. So Lightyear comes in here at number 6. So coming at number 5 is going to be The Flash. This movie really has an interesting concept in terms of, it's going to like change the entire layout of DC, it seems like, and they're bringing Michael Keaton back apparently as Batman, which should also be very interesting. I'm not like, he's no like Tobey Maguire in SpiderMan for me, but like I am excited to see Michael Keaton back. That should be interesting. And overall, this movie sounds very interesting, and I do love Flash as a character. I'm glad he's finally getting a movie. I'm kind of upset that it seems like it's going to be a more blockbuster, more higher stakes movie. I think he just needs an origins type story movie, or at least just a movie where we get to see him being the Flash. But we'll see. I'm not really sure what to expect. I don't think we've had a trailer yet. But I am excited for the Flash because I love DC and I love the Flash character. And it seems like there's going to be some stakes in this film that will make it a little more interesting. So Flash comes in here at number 5. And coming at number 4 is Killers of the Flower Moon. This is Martin Scorsese's next movie. I'm not entirely sure if this one's coming out in 2022. I saw it on some people's list, so I put it on mine. It could be 2023. I don't think it has an official release date yet. But I am very excited for this. Bottom line being, Martin Scorsese, I think he's one of the best directors ever. He's certainly one of my favorite directors, and anytime he makes a movie, it'll be on my list. So I'm very excited to see where they go. I don't know much about the story or the plot. There hasn't been any trailers. It has Leonardo DiCaprio in it, which is always a good sign. So I'm just very excited for this one. I hope it comes out in 2022. Martin Scorsese, like I said, one of the best directors working today. So I'm very excited for this one, and it comes in here at number 4. Then coming at number 3 is probably my most kind of curious movie of the year. It easily could be number 1 once we get a trailer. And that's going to be Avatar 2. A lot of people seem to not have hope in this franchise, or we got like 5 Avatar movies planned. But I'm very excited to see what James Cameron does. The fact that he's sitting here and planning out these next I think there's 4 Avatars or something that are going to come out. I'm very excited for that because James Cameron pretty much is a flawless director. He always makes a good movie, and I'm hoping that will absolutely be the case with Avatar 2, and I'm hoping they have a big epic story planned to tell over the course of the next 4 movies in this Avatar world in Pandora, and I'm very excited about that. I love big epic stories. I love sci-fi. I really like the first Avatar. It's one of my favorite James Cameron movies, even though that's not saying much because all his movies are perfect. But I am really excited and extremely curious to see where he takes this Avatar franchise and what kind of stories they're going to tell. And this movie will really decide my excitement for the rest of them. If this one's really good, I'll be super excited to see where they take the next 3 after this. And I'm just like, I love these kind of movies. I love big epic stories. So I'm very excited for Avatar 2. And it comes at number 3. Coming at number 2 is going to be The Northman. This movie has just been shooting up my list. It would have been in my top 10 before, but the trailer came out and it just looked awesome. For starters, Robert Eggers is quickly becoming one of the best working directors today with The Lighthouse and The Witch, which are both phenomenal movies. I'm really excited to see anything he does, but this movie is about Vikings, and I find that very interesting. I've always loved learning about Vikings and, their interesting culture and all that kind of stuff, and I'm very excited to see Robert Eggers' take on that, and this looks like a big epic Viking story that we're going to get in this film. The trailers looked awesome. They looked beautiful. They looked amazing cinematography. It looked very well made from the trailer alone, and the story sounded very interesting. It sounded like a revenge story, and that should be very interesting in the Viking world, so I'm just very excited for this movie. I expect a lot of style, a lot of unique vibes and ideas in this film from Robert Eggers, and it just should be a very interesting movie that I'm very excited for, and easily one of the movies I think I will enjoy the most this year. So The Northman comes in here at number 2. Then number 1, and it's been my number 1 for a while. Pretty much since they announced it, it's been my number 1 most anticipated movie of the year, and that's going to be The Batman. This Batman is my favorite superhero by far. I just love everything about Batman, how he doesn't have superpowers, how he has to adapt, his morals, everything about Batman, Gotham City, all that kind of stuff. I just love anytime we get a new Batman film. And The Batman I am extremely excited for, mainly obviously because Batman's in this film and it's about Batman, but because there's just been so much around this film that has given me confidence that we're going to get a great Batman film. For starters, Matt Reeves directing. He's a great director. Obviously, he did the Planet of the Apes films, which are all very good films that explore interesting ideas that I think will translate very well, just coming from his style. In those movies to the Batman, I think that will translate very well in terms of his style. The trailers have looked beautiful and they've looked amazing. I love the direction they're taking Batman. It looks darker. It looks more detective-based. It looks very interesting. It looks like it's going to be a very like almost David Fincher-esque movie. I'm very excited to see where that goes. I'm very excited for Robert Pattinson as the Batman. I was really excited when they announced him as Batman, and I think in the trailers I've just had more and more confidence in him playing Batman, and I'm so excited to see his performance. There's a lot of interesting casting choices that I'm very excited to see on the big screen. So I'm just so excited, looking forward to this movie. I expect a great Batman film. I expect a very unique Batman film within all the Batman movies we've had. So I'm very excited for this one, and it easily comes at number 1. I'm just so looking forward to it, and it's not even that far away. It comes out in March, so I'm so excited for the Batman. So anyways, that's going to do it for my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your most anticipated movies down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.